Hey, everybody. We've been talking in class about making wise decisions when we purchase a vehicle. Having reliable transportation is something that we're all going to need, and having to buy a car is a reality for a lot of people. However, what is the best way to purchase a vehicle? Is it to buy a brand new car or is it to buy an older car? And what are the costs associated with that? That's what we're going to look at today. So I want you to go to Canvas and open up this assignment, True Cost of Ownership. And I want you to come up with a brand new car that you'd like to have. Now, I don't want you to choose something ridiculous. Don't choose a Lamborghini. Don't choose a Tesla. These are very nice cars, but chances are your average person is not going to have a vehicle like this. So instead, choose a reasonable car that you, a family member, a friend might have if they were to go buy a brand new car. And I want you to choose a 2019 or 2020. Depending on the particular car you buy, they may not have updated information. So as new as you can find, 2019 or 2020, and go to this website, and you're going to put that information in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a car that we used to have, a Honda. We'll select 2020. No, we did not have a 2020 version. And we're going to do a CRV. And we're going to choose, you're going to get a lot of options here. And sometimes the features part may not line up exactly. So I'm just going to choose the first one to make it simple. We're going to hit go. And it's going to take us to another website, or it's going to reload rather, and it's going to update a little bit. You may see numbers jump around, but eventually you're going to come up with this. The total cash price, if I were to buy a 2020 Honda CRV, it tells me it's $28,768. And the true cost of ownership, however, is $33,725. Where is this additional money coming from? If we scroll down and show us the 5-year breakdown, you've got all these different categories. Insurance. Remember, you have insurance on your car in order to drive a car. Maintenance. This means things like oil changes, tire rotation, the things that you're going to need to take care of your car. There's also repairs. When something breaks and something goes wrong. Taxes and fees. Financing. If I borrow money to buy a car, there's going to be interest associated with that. Depreciation. This is the lost value associated with a vehicle. Now, this is not cash out of pocket, but it does mean that if ever we try to resell this item, we're not going to be able to get very much money. So here's the depreciation for a brand new car, and then here's the fuel cost each year. I want you to do the same thing. Open up another tab, go to the website again, and I want you to find out information about 5-year older version of that particular model. So here we go, a CRV SUV, and you get to select style, get close to the previous one as you could. This is not exact science. Wait for the numbers to update. There you go. And now it tells me if I buy a used 2015 Honda CRV, my total cash price, if I walk into the dealership and buy it, is $16,695, and my true cost of ownership over 5 years is $30,000. Where is this money coming from? Well, let's look on here, and you see that their same categories are listed here, and you'll notice that in some areas it's more expensive for the older car, and for other areas it's far less expensive for the older car. What I want you to do is gather this information, 5-year totals on this chart for both the 2020 and 2015. On this document, or just on another Word document, I want you to list out all of these categories for both 2020 and the 2015 side by side, and show me the true cost of ownership in regards to all of these areas. After you've done that, I then want you to answer a few questions. First of all, how much did each car cost you to drive it per mile? Now, what you're going to have to do is we're going to assume that you're driving 15,000 miles per year. How many miles total would that be over 5 years? Then you're going to have to figure out, if I divide that number by the total cost of ownership, that's going to tell us how much each mile that you drove cost, basically. What's the difference between the total cost of the two vehicles? And then you're going to have to do a little explanation here. Which categories you notice the biggest difference between new and used, and why do you think that is the case? So in which areas was the new far more expensive than the used? And in which areas was the used perhaps more expensive than the new? And explain that in a few sentences. Tell me why you think that's the case. There you go. Hopefully this assignment will give some insight into the pros and cons of buying a